Hello students, how are you? Hope all of you are healthy, happy and fit. Before starting class, first of all, I would like to say thank you to all my students who had given me so much love and appreciation for sending all the topics whatever I am giving you. I am getting so many requests and comments for sending videos of the remaining topics of this chapter. So, on your request, let us start the today's class. But before starting that class, this is the time to have a beautiful thought by a great person, that is Christian D. Larson. He said, "Believe in yourself, all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle." It means he want to say that if you have any target in your life which you want to achieve, then there is no obstacle in that your life which can stop you in achieving that. There is nothing is impossible in this world. If you are giving your 100% to any of your work, then it's 100% sure that you can achieve that. In this class, we are going to study about logarithmic tables. So, first let us study about the type of tables. There are two types of logarithmic table. The first is natural logarithm and the other is common logarithms. Natural logarithms are the logarithms where in the log we have base as e and where e is an irrational number. The second, we have common logarithms where the base is 10 and this is known as the common logarithms. In your class, we will study about the common logarithms. It means whatever we are going to study, it will be of base 10 only. We will not study the natural logarithm, we will do focus on common logarithms. So, before starting these common logarithms, how to study these common logarithm, there are certain rules which we should understand in how to apply those, how to study those tables and apply it on our questions. So let us study about these rules. The first thing in this you need to remember is characteristic and mantissa. Now let us see what is characteristic and mantissa. In this, we have, suppose an example, I need to find out the log of 2.365. Here, this 2, that means the number which is before the decimal is called as characteristic, and the digits which are after the decimals are called mantissa. I am repeating, the digits which are on the left hand side of the decimal are called characteristic, and the digits which are on the right hand side of this is called the mantissa. Now here, this characteristic can be positive, can be negative or 0. Like we can find out, we are supposed to find out log of minus 3.62, or we have example like log of 0.23, and infinite number of examples we have. So in this we have, in characteristic we have can be positive, can be negative or can be 0. Now let us see the mantissa part. In this mantissa part we have only 0 and positive. That means here, as you can see, all these cases are of positive. Or it can be, we have like example, if I have to find out the log of 2.0. So here this mantissa part is 0. Students, the next topic we have is to determine the logarithm of positive real numbers. It means to find out the log of any number, we have certain rules for characteristics as well as for mantissa. So before solving question based on characteristics and mantissa, one should understand thoroughly all the rules for both. So we will be taking the rules for characteristics and mantissa separately with the help of examples, so that when you understand all these rules, you can easily apply on those questions. So let us start. First, we have rule to determine for characteristics. In characteristic, we have two different rules. First is, if the given number is greater than or equal to 1, in that case, we have the rule say number of digits to the left of decimal minus 1. Let me explain this with the help of example. Suppose in the first example, we have the number as 4.3265. In this, in characteristic, we have only one digit. We are talking about the number of digits, not the value. Here, the number of digit is 1. So, according to my rule, 1 minus 1, which is equals to 0. So, in this, the characteristic will be 0. Let us take one more example. We have 24.4563. In this, we have two digits in of this. So the characteristic will be 2 minus 1, which is equals to 1. That means in characteristic we will write 1. Let us take one more. Next is 345. 345 means we have 345.0. So it means we have 3 digits here. So 3 digits according to rule, 3 minus 1, which gives us 2. So in characteristic here I will be writing 2. How we'll write in characteristic and mantissa, that these all steps will be more clear when we do questions based on this. Let me explain all the rules for characteristics and mantissa, and after that I will tell you how to use these rules in our question. Students, might be you are little bit confused in this step that how we are going to use this in our questions. So please wait and have patience. First, let me discuss all the rules, then it will be I am 100% sure that will be crystal clear to you. So let us take the second case for this. The second case is when we have the number which is less than 1. In that case, the rule says that minus number of zeros to just after the decimal plus 1. Let me explain this with the help of example. First example is 0.12324. Here after the decimal I have no 0. So as per my rule, minus number of zeros after the decimal is 0 plus 1. So this will give me minus 1. And in logarithm we'll write minus 1 like this, that is 1 and bar over it. It says that this 1 is negative. Let us take one more example. 0.023417. Now students, note here, we have 1 0 after the decimal. So according to my rule, minus 1 0 we have plus 1. So that will give me minus 2. And in logarithmic form, this will be written as 2 bar. Next topic we have rule to determine mantissa. So before explaining the rules to determine a mantissa, let me show you the logarithmic table and how it looks like, that I want to show you. As you can see here, in this first vertical column, the numbers start from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and so on, and it goes up to 99. This is only the half part of the table. The second part of the table is on my another screen. Let me show you. This is the second part of the table. Here we have the remaining numbers of the second part, which goes up to 99. Now let us see from the beginning how it works. Now in this first vertical column, the numbers start from 10 and it goes up to 99. In this, the first row, the number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9, and there is another some column which we call it as mean difference. So how we use the values which are written here in the vertical column, or how the values we have in 1 2 3 4 9, and how to use the values of mean difference, and what is the use of this in characteristic and in mantissa. You have so many questions in your mind which must be arising at this time. So wait, I'll give you answer all these questions in this with the help of example. Then it will be clear how to use the rules of characteristic and mantissa and how to read table. So let us start with the example. Students, now rules to determine mantissa. I'll explain this rule of to determine the mantissa with the help of example where we are using the rules for both characteristic and mantissa. So let us start. Suppose if you have to calculate the value of log of 2. So in this, first we need to find out the value for characteristic. So as we know that for the characteristic, this can also be written as 2.0. So just now we have studied that if the value of that decimal on the left hand side of the decimal is greater than 1, then what is our rule? Our rules says that number of digits to the left minus 1. So here the number of digits to the left of this is 1. So that means 1 minus 1, which is equals to 0. So in my characteristic, my answer will be 0. Now let us come out to the mantissa part. This characteristic part we have already done. Now mantissa part, how we will study this mantissa part, let us see. Now this 2 can also be studied as 2, 0, 20 irrespective of decimal. We will neglect decimal part. So how we will study here? As you can see in this logarithmic table, we have in first vertical column we have 20 here. So in this 20 after 20 we don't have any digits, so we'll take it as 0. So we will study this 20 and after that 0. It means we supposed to go to the another column where the value of 20 as 0. So it means we will see the value of 20 in the column of 0. So that value, as you can see here, is 3010. So it means if I need to calculate the value of log 2, its value will be 0.3010. In this, we have taken the combined use of characteristic and mantissa. Let's take another example where we have to find out the log of 39.43. So how we'll find out? Let us see. First, we'll check it out for characteristic part. In characteristic, we have 2 digits. So according to our rule, 2 minus 1, which is 1. So in my characteristic part, I'll be having 1. Now for the mantissa part, we will take the whole number irrespective of decimal. Now let us see how we'll take that. So we will see first 2 digits, that is 39. So this is the column of 39. After that we have 4. It means we go straight to the column of 4. That means this. I'm repeating 39, and after that we goes to the column of 4. In column of 4 I have the value as 5955. Now in this question we have one more digit, which is 3. It means now we have to use the another last column of the mean difference also, where and we go to the column of value of 3. So in this straight horizontally, in the column of 3 we have the value as 3. So this is the value of common difference, that is 3, and this 3 value is to be added in the value which we have find out earlier. So which is 5955. In this we will add 3. So that will give me 5958. So my answer will be 1.5958. So which is the final answer of this question? I hope you understand this concept. Students, now let us take one last example based on this topic of logarithm. Now we'll take an example of the second case where the value in the decimal part is less than 1. So the example is, suppose we have to find out the value of log of 0.00003568. So in this, first we'll check it out for characteristic part. As per the characteristic part, second rule, in this the value on the left hand side of the decimal part is less than 1. So for that we have the rule as minus of number of zeros after the decimal part is 4 and plus 1. So it means in my characteristic part my value is minus 5. So as I told you, how we'll write it at in characteristic part? 5 bar. And now let us check it out for mantissa part. Mantissa part is same, only you need to check the value of 35 first in the column of 6 and after that in the column of mean difference 8. So let us check it out. In 35, this is the value, we have 35. And let us move horizontally to the value of 6. I think this is the value for the 6, which is 5514, 5514. And now let us check it out for the mantissa. In mean difference we have to check it out for 8. So we will go with the same column and check it out the number in the column of 8. In the column of 8 we have 10. So it means here I have to add 10. So 5514 plus 10. So my mantissa part, the value will be 5524. So this is the value of log 0.00003568. So students, that's all for this topic. I hope you understand all the questions based on logarithmic table, how to find out the value in the logarithmic table and how to read that log table for this whole class and whole lecture. So we will meet soon with the last topic of this chapter, that is anti-log, in our next class. Bye bye and have a good day.